Okay, how's it? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so here we go. The problem I have is I was not able to give you those answers. So wait a minute. This was class number 1. Yes. All right, so here we go. Let's have this right now. What did we start out with yesterday? So did we? Oh, that's right. Okay. So now, again, let's just talk about it, right? And if you're not understanding the answer, you can speak up, okay? We do have a lot to do, all right? So I really am hopeful that you're getting better at solving the equations. I'd like to spend time setting things up because I got to introduce a couple new things. So the two numbers here were what? X equals what? What is the answer again?
32.
X equals 32 and Y is equal to 19. Is everybody happy with that? Okay, come on, come on. Hey, listen, I don't want to mess around. All right, here we go. So now I have nickels and dimes. What do we get?
12 nickels, 15 dimes.
Thank you, Rivers.
12 0.
Is there anybody else? So if you have 12 nickels, that would be 65 cents, and a dollar, no, sorry, that would be 60 cents. And 15 dimes would be $1.50, which would be 2.10. So what did you get? Let's do 15 nickels and 12 dimes. So if we have 15 nickels, that'd be 75 cents, and $1.20, which would be $1.95. So that is correct. Thank you. All right. So again, that is correct. 15 nickels and dimes 12. You want me to go ahead and? Yeah, let's do it. So if we multiply by negative 0.1, that would be negative 0.1 n minus 0.1 d equals negative 2.7. Now, the problem here is that this becomes negative 0.05. Do you agree with that?
Yep.
Is equal to negative 0.75. Is that correct?
Yep. And that equals 15.
And so nickels equal 15.
Oh, I misrepresented.
All right, so there you have it. All right, down here, so can somebody tell me what the length and width are? The width is how many feet and the length is how many feet? Come on, guys, it just means you're not doing your homework if you can't tell me. Thank you, good for you, Sienna. The width is 200. Then if the width is 200, you would just tell me the length is 50. All right, but again, let's go ahead and double check that. All right, let me get this out of the way for just a second. All right, so we said the length was the width plus 50. The length is the width plus 50. So I'm putting in this right here. All right, and when I do that, I end up with 250 is equal to W plus 50 plus W. So that gives me 2W plus 50 is equal to 250. 200 is equal to 2W, so the width was actually 100. That's all right. All right. And then if the width is 100, plug that in right here, and then the length would be 150. All right, so that's feet, and don't forget, that's feet. All right. Now again, guys, this is just laziness if you didn't get this answer right. Tell me, William. All right, thank you guys. Appreciate that. All right, so we're just going to multiply, just to make sure, guys, multiply this by -2. And that'll eliminate the children, the C. So that'll be -2a minus 2c equals -3640. I'm going to bring down the other equation, 5a plus 2c equals 6100. And so that gives me 3a is equal to, and when I subtract that, what is that? 2460? And so a is equal to 820. Very good. All right, so we know correct. Then if we plug 820 back into the one right here. All right, so that's good, guys. All right, I feel better now. You guys are telling me the answers. All right, here we go with 17. I thought this was straightforward. All right, tell me.
I got incorrect equals 8.
And correct equals 42?
Yes.
I'm not saying he's correct, so help me. Is that good? Everybody good? All right, man.
Can you do this one?
Yeah, so now you guys got to just make sure, if I multiply the top by 8, that's 8c plus 8i equals 400. Now when I add that together, 23c is equal to 966, right? So then c is equal to, what is that, 42? There you have it. And they add up to 50, so the incorrect was 8.
I got mine to add up to 50.
All right, here we go. Now, I'm going to be honest here. Did anybody get this correct? What did you get?
I got E equals 0.5, A equals 2.3.
What did you get? Yes, because there was a mistake. Right, I'm going to tell you, after I left here, I thought about it. Listen to me, guys. All right, I just completely overlooked it. So I want everybody to look up now and make sure you're hearing me. The 620 is the price per what? Per kilogram.
So you should have done 8 plus
Right? That was the price per kilogram. How many kilograms were there, though?
8.
No, 10, right. So if I'm not mistaken, all right, this should have been 6.2 times what? 10. And this one should have been 5.6 times what? Times 10. All right, so listen to me. If I add 4 and I add 6, then altogether, that is what? 10 kilograms. And it's saying that it's 620 per kilogram. So that's why I had to multiply that by 10. What, William? I read the question. And yesterday I said on the keyboard, the asterisk is the 8. All right. So now I want everybody to rewrite this now. So I would have 4a plus 6b equals 62. And then 2a plus 8b equals 56. Now I think it'll work out. Yeah, that was really hard. Really hard. Now let's multiply by -2. And when I multiply that by -2, that becomes -4a minus 16b equals -112. And now I'm going to bring down the first equation. And now we're going to add it. So that gives me -10b equals -50. So b was what? 5. Right? And if b was 5, now we got to figure out what a is. So 2a plus 16 equals 56. So 2a is equal to 40. So a is equal to what? 20. Wow, that's a big difference. All right. So b is equal to $5 per kilogram. And a was what? $20 per kilogram.
How do you get the plus 15?
Did I get the plus?
Would be 2a plus 8 times 5. Yeah.
2a, hold on, wow. Thank you. Because I plugged it in for a by accident. You're right, thank you, Rivers. Even though you said everything wrong today. All right, you did catch that mistake, thank you. So that is 40, so let's redo that one. All right, that is 40, thank you. So then that makes that what? 16. Yes, you're correct. And so A is 8, which is much better. So A is, thank you, Rivers. That is $8 per kilogram. $8. All right, so I just butchered 18 all day yesterday. And the answer. All right, now I need you to just take a look at that. I know it's hard. All right, but I need everybody to understand why I multiplied by 10, correct? Because you're adding 4 kilograms and 6 kilograms, which makes it what? 10 kilograms. And the price has to be between $5 and $8. All right? All right, hopefully that makes sense, guys. All right, let's look at 19. Now that one was kind of easy. So the boat was traveling at what? Come on. 23. And that would be kilometers per hour. And the current was what? Thank you, guys. 7 kilometers per hour. All right, very nice. And now help me with the jet. How much? 925 kilometers per hour. And then the wind was what? 175 kilometers per hour. All right, those of you guys who did that work, man, that's what it takes. All right, you're just writing down my answers. Yeah, I'm gonna do all that. All right. No, I said yes. I'm gonna redo it. All right, I'm gonna post them for sure. All right, here we go. Now let's start fresh. 21. All right, here we go. A swimmer can swim 4 kilometers with the current in 24 minutes. The same distance would take 40 minutes against the current. All right, so we got some problems here, guys. All right, this one's a little bit tougher. All right, so I want everybody to think about this. All right, so we're in the water, right? And you're swimming this direction. And the current is what? Going in that direction. Do we know how fast you're swimming? Do we know the rate of the current? No. So we know that the swimmer plus the current right? Now, remember what I told you. Distance is rate times time. Come on now, this one's a little bit more complicated. This is challenging, no doubt. So just perk up a little bit and listen, even if you're not 100% sure. Remember we talked about distance equals rate times time. So this S plus C, I want everybody to right underneath that. That's the rate that they're traveling with the current. And how long are they traveling for?
21.
They're going to travel for 24 minutes. And how far are they going to travel?
4 kilometers.
Thank you, sir. That is correct. 4 kilometers. Now it says the same distance would take what?
40 minutes.
Would take 40 minutes going against the current.
S minus C.
So against the current would be S minus C, and then I would multiply that by what? 40, and that would equal what?
4 kilometers.
4. Nice work. Nice work. All right, now I'm going to ask you to understand this, please. Does everybody see it would be easy if I could just add these, correct? But I can't because of that what? That 24 and that 40. So what can I do to the times 24? Divide it. So I want everybody to make yourself a nice little note. And I want you to write over here, S plus C equals 1/6. Now, how did I get that? 4 divided by 24. And if I'm not mistaken, if you did that on your calculator, it would be like 0.166666, right? All right, now over here, you would be S minus C equals 1/10. Now, do we care about fractions? No, because we have a what? If you're nervous about it, you got a calculator. All right, so same rules. That's set up now. 21 is set up. I want you to go ahead and try to solve that tonight. And to solve it, we would just do what? We just add that straight down. All right, everybody good with that?
Yes, we have to change 24 and 40 there, right?
Yeah. You see what I did though? I divided by 24 and divided by 40. That's where those fractions came in. So these are our equations that we're working with now. Okay.
So that equals 4.
No. Come on. Come on now. What I did was I divided this by 24, buddy.
Oh, so they're both out.
Yes, and divided this by 40. And now those canceled, and that's 4 over 40 is 1/10, and 4 over 24 is 1/6. Now you with me?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Finish that up. Highlight it. Let's go to 22. All right, now this one I can understand some confusion, so I'll make it clear. A plane flies the first half of a 5,600 kilometer flight into the wind. So what does that mean? Can somebody tell me? What does that mean? Yeah, you would divide the 5,600 by 2, right? Does everybody agree with that? All right, so if you're not sure about that, I'm telling you that. A plane flies the first half of a 5,600 kilometer flight into the wind. You with me on that? All right. So again, the distance is 2,800. All right. So you're going. Now, if it takes you 3.5 hours one way and 2.5 hours coming back, are you flying against or with the wind?
With the wind on the way back.
With the wind on the way back, because it takes you what?
Less time.
It takes you less time. All right, so you want your rate to be smaller. All right, you want your rate to be smaller going there. All right, hopefully I'm clear now, and you're allowed to raise your hand and say that again. You need some help on that?
I get it, but like,
Say it again.
I get it, but like, never mind.
So essentially what you're doing, just to make sure you're with me, Austin, is you're going to here, right? And then what you're doing is you're returning, right?
Yeah, I just don't get where it's like the first half. Like,
Well, that means generally you say a round trip is 5,600 miles. That's how they do it. You with me? So that means this is 2,800 miles.
so like the round trip, like the whole thing.
That's exactly right. Okay? So we're going to say the plane plus the wind is going to be for how long? Plane plus the wind will take how long? 2.5. That's another way I like to do it. And then the plane minus the wind will take what? 3.5, right? Which makes sense. Going with the wind is less time. So then that's 2,800, and then that's 2,800. Now, what I'm trying to teach you now, instead of distributing, what can I do with the numbers? Divide them out, and then the equation is good. So somebody do on their calculator 2,800 divided by 2.5, and then divided by 3.5.
It is, first one is 1,100 blank. And 3.51 is 82.20.
800.
Oh, wait, never mind.
That's all right. It's all right. What is it? Just 800?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. 800.
I forgot to do
All right, now highlight that one. You can do that one. Okay, so now we have another wind problem. Here we go. Let's see if we can do better now. A plane has a speed of 840 kilometers. So that means it can travel at 840 kilometers per hour, correct? Do we know how much the wind is? No. So we know that it can travel with the wind. So that would be the plane what? Plus the wind. All right. It can travel 3,120 with the same time it would take. Do we know what time it is?
No.
No. So that's T. Oh, how fast is the plane going though? 840. So it's going to go 840 plus the wind times the time, and that can be 3,120. Everybody agree with that? Yes. You're right. Right. So what like your car has a top speed of, let's say, 200 miles per hour. Right? That's just in with no air. But once you get on the road, there's going to be what? There's going to be air. So you can actually, if you're going with the wind, you can go faster than that maximum speed. It's not. The wind will change. Right? Think about this. Think about if you, like, I don't know if this is good. Like, it's kind of like if there is no wind, the plane has a speed of what? 840 miles per hour, right? But they know as soon as they get into the air, they don't know what kind of wind they're going to get into. You with me on that? So sometimes you're going with the wind, sometimes you're going against the wind. And sometimes there's a lot of wind that makes a big problem for the planes. You with me now, right? Does that make sense? Okay. So now it says if you're going against the wind, you're only going to be able to travel 840 minus W. The same amount of time it will take you to go, you can only go 1,920. So it seems like there's a lot of wind. Everybody looking at that okay? Come on, look up. This one's kind of hard. Now, to me, what I want to show you here, guys, look now. I want to go ahead and distribute the T. When I distribute the T, it's going to be 840T plus WT is equal to 3120. And then 840T minus WT is equal to 1920. How's that? Everybody see that? Now, why is that good? Because what can I do? What can I do? We just add them because what's going to happen to the WTs? Yay, they cancel out, guys. That cancels. So we're just going to go ahead and knock this one out together just so I can show you it's kind of tricky. So 840 plus 840 is what? 1680T is equal to, now if I add that together, what is that? Is that 5040? Someone tell me. Is that 5040? And then when I divide that, the time is what? You guys got the calculators? 3, right? So for 3 hours, right? But I don't want the hours. I'm trying to find the wind. So now, what do? Yeah, put 3 right there, guys. So now I have 840 minus W times 3 equals 1920. Now, what do I do with that 1920 and the 3?
Divide them.
Divide them. So 840 minus W equals
640.
640. Now, we all should be able to look at that and say, that's just 200, right? The wind is 200.
Is it negative?
I don't think so. But remember, I added W and subtracted 640. Right, you got to be real careful with that, right? You see that, Austin? Yeah. All right, so the wind was 200 kilometers per hour. All right, I like 24. 24 is a little bit easier. All right, I like these distance, rate, and time. Very important. All right, here we go. Come on, guys. Wake up. A rowboat can travel a distance of, now, again, we're going distance equals rate times time. So how far is it going?
66 kilometers.
66 is equal to, now, the rate, are you going with or against? With the current, right? So that's going to be the boat plus the current in how many hours? 3. The rowboat can travel 33 kilometers in 3 hours against the current. So now what's that equation? Yay. Easy, easy, easy. Now, instead of distributing, of course, we're just going to do what? Divide. So what's 66 divided by 3?
22.
So 22 equals B plus C, and then
11.
equals
B minus C.
B minus C. And you guys can solve it from there. All right, so make sure you go back tonight, 24. All right. All right, guys. All right, now I'm happy to reveal to you question 25 and question 26 are tricky. Man, I'm feeling really good too. All right, guys, I'm happy with you guys. Here we go. Come on now. 25 is a new type of problem, all right, that can be considered confusing. So I need everybody's help. Look up. I'm going to write a 2-digit number. I'm going to write 35. All right, that's a 2-digit number. I need your help here. Look up. The only way you're going to understand this is by paying attention right now. All right, I think these are kind of easy once you understand this concept. So what would be the sum of the digits there? 8, right? So we would say 3 plus 5 equals 8. In math, 3 is called T. Why is that T? Because it is the tens digit. 5 is called the, yeah, but in math, we don't call it ones anymore. We call it the units digit. We call it the units digit. Come on now. So we're going to use the letters T and U. Now, what does 35 actually mean? 35 actually means 3 times what? 3 times what? You learned this literally in 2nd grade. 3 times what? 35 is 3 times 10 plus 5. That's literally what that means, which you literally learned in like 2nd grade. And 30 is what? 3 tens. That's why they said that. All right. So listen now, a 2-digit number is represented by 10t plus u. This represents all 2-digit numbers. You have to know that. All right, please write that down if you're not, don't have photographic memory. 10t plus u is representative of a 2-digit number. Now, if I reverse the digits, what does 35 become if I reverse the digits? 53. So then that really is 10 times u plus t when I reverse the digits. So reversing the digits, the u and the t switch places. So when you reverse the digits, that's 10u plus t. Now in the past, I've kind of skipped these problems, but I saw one on the SAT and I saw one on the ACT. So I think it was important to go ahead and just add these back into the lesson. All right, so I need everybody to understand when you reverse it, it becomes 10u plus t. Normally, it's 10t plus u, and the digits themselves are called t and u. All right, come on, guys. Sorry, we're almost done. What time's the bell ring? Somebody? All right, so we got time to knock this one out. So here, a 2-digit number is 4 times the sum of the digits. So how do I write a 2-digit number? Thank you so much for listening. 10t plus u. That 2-digit number, what does is mean? Equals 4 times the sum of the digits. What do I do? 4 times, I'm saying just the digits. T plus u, thank you for listening. That's the first equation. Good job. Then it says the 10-digit, which is t, is what? So how do I write that? Yay, there you have it, guys. Very nice. All right. Now, what I'm going to do now is I really want to highlight this real quick, and I want to simplify this guy right here. All right, because there's a bunch of T's and U's, correct? So I want everybody to focus on this for a second. I'm going to rewrite 10t plus u, and I'm going to distribute the what? 4. So that's 4t plus 4u. Now let's group them together. So if I subtract 4, that's going to give me
60
is equal to 3u. And now I can just divide by 3. Do you agree with that? So the u is what? 2t. And now all I have to do is go up here and substitute that in right there. T can't be 1/2. T is a digit. T is a digit. What, William, quickly? Yeah, you can just plug for t, u minus 3, but that's a lot of substituting. Yes, ma'am, good for you. So now I'm taking this, you see where I'm having t equals u minus 3, right? I'm just plugging 2t in for u. T equals 2t minus 3. You see that now, right? Okay. So now, listen, everybody try number 26 tonight also, just on your own. And then finish the rest, right? Just like you've been doing. All right? So we didn't get to 27, 28, 29, and 30. No, I think I might just, since you guys have been very good, I might just do those 4 problems and then call it a day tomorrow. How's that? All right, but everyone, please look, and I'm saying now, I can't help you guys, right? You got to try them, right? I gave you new information today. Really, the units. That last one, I probably should have started the class with that. All right, but excellent job for today. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it very much.
You say that. Yeah.